Hey guys, it's Johnny Judoka here with another video. Today or tonight, I wanted to talk about a metaphor that is used in jiu-jitsu to motivate people to keep training even when they are struggling in jiu-jitsu. So, the metaphor or the analogy rather is imagining your experiences with sparring as either you're the hammer or you're the nail. Sometimes you'll be feeling great, techniques working, physically you feel fine, you feel on top of the world and you're subbing people, you're getting your moves on. And then there's being the nail, where when you go with upper belts, you can't do anything, or even lower belts will tap you, or maybe the technique that you're working on isn't paying off. And it's pretty common whenever, especially when people are considering quitting, that being the nail is really difficult, especially with jiu-jitsu. And so part of the frustration is that jiu-jitsu takes a very long time to really see progress in your growth as a jiu-jitsu practitioner. And also there's life stuff involved too. A lot of people who do jiu-jitsu can't train full time. They have families, they have jobs. And even if they're able to do jiu-jitsu, they're not able to do as much as, let's say, someone who's a full-time jiu-jitsu athlete. And that's okay. But one analogy I feel like is helping me in my purple belt journey is the sponge. I imagine whenever I go against people and spar with my friends, I'm trying to absorb as much information as I possibly can and digest it in a way that I can understand what's going on and ultimately learn more and apply it to my next role. I think the analogy of the sponge is really important because when we have this binary look at jiu-jitsu success or failure, the hammer or the nail, we forget that being the hammer and nail is part of being the sponge. Having success in jiu-jitsu, finding that you're struggling in jiu-jitsu. And it's very, very important that you don't lose track of why you're doing jiu-jitsu. There's many people who do jiu-jitsu because it's a hobby. For some people, especially veterans, it's an outlet for anxiety, depression, trauma, or even anyone else that experiences mental health problems. And so ultimately, it's really important that we keep it fun, we keep it enjoyable. And so during my time as a blue belt, I could not get to that point. I had a lot of issues with my last gym, and I just felt like I wasn't welcome. I felt like I messed up a lot. And so whenever I came to Revolution and seeing how welcoming and supportive Professor Jeff and everyone else was at Revolution, I realized that I got to get past blue belt and I got to learn as much as I possibly can and apply it so that I can be the best I can be. And I don't think I want to be like an ADCC world champion or CGI champion. I just want to be good at jiu-jitsu and help others get better. Even last week, I helped lead the kids' judo class and the adult judo class, and I love teaching. That's a very strong passion of mine, is to counsel, to help teach, to help better people who are kids who are struggling with whatever technique. So being the sponge is a lot about being humble too, because you realize that no one knows everything, and especially as you go up in the ranks, you realize not a lot of people know everything. Probably none. And that eagerness to learn is super important. So, if you're struggling with having fun at jiu-jitsu, or if you're struggling with jiu-jitsu in general, with finding meaning in it, I would encourage you to take a break from your thought process of how you see jiu-jitsu and focus more on the opportunities you get with jiu-jitsu, whether it be teaching, making new friends, hanging out, going to competitions, competing in competitions, and just try different aspects of the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. And for me, for the last couple of months, I've been training pretty regularly, anywhere from 5 to 8 times a week. And I realized that jiu-jitsu is so much more than a martial art, but it's not everything. We still have families, we still have work, we still have school, we still have obligations. I'm just in a position where I don't have to worry so much about that. But overall, I just want to tell you guys that yes, you'll be the hammer, yes, you'll be the nail, but don't forget to absorb and share the knowledge that you're learning. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.